Welcome to the Lokar Car Show. I'm Sam Adavi, coming to you this week from Cheyenne, Wyoming at the second annual Cars, Cigars, and Guitars Under the Stars Car Show. Welcome to the Lokar Car Show. This is gonna be one awesome car.
And I said, it doesn't even run yet. And look at it now, it's amazing.
Last year we were here, and it was the inaugural year for the Cars, Cigars, and Guitars, and we came out to support Tim Johannidis and what he's doing, because we feel that that's really important with the fundraising part. And we just had a lot of fun and decided, we would do it again this year.
The favorite part of the event is actually all of it, and the reason why is there's such diversity in vehicles coming in, and there's also such a diversity in people. Everybody that brings a car here has a sincere interest in their car that they have and others.
Last year we brought the Shelby Super Snake and our little 67 Mustang, and we had such a great time, and we thought the turnout was awesome. It was just such a tremendous community event that all the funds raised went to local charities and to support local communities in need. That we were excited to apply again and get accepted to come back this year.
We had 3 charities last year, and we just wanted to raise $10,000 for them. We ended up raising $13,000 for each of them. This year we have 5 charities, and we're hoping to raise $100,000 to give them a check for $100,000 each. People just want to be out, people want to be just around one another, and what better place once the wind dies down.
Well, Neil, I see that a happy anniversary is in order here.
Yes.
This thing's 100 years old.
100 years old this year.
That's crazy. I know you don't know how many owners it's had in the past, but we can surely tell that they loved it and took care of it, right?
Since this was brand new, the car must have been garaged, and it's still got the original engine.
Now, you've gone through the original engine?
I didn't touch it.
Wow. So this being in 1921, you said that this had an electric starter as an option.
Right.
But you still have the hand crank in front, just in case something happened to the starter, you can crank it up.
Just in case.
So now you said that Henry Ford only gave you one color option, right?
Right.
And that was black.
Yep, this year it was only black, and the reason why it was black, they called it Japan black,
right? Because
it dried faster than the other colors. And he wanted to get them in and out.
Japan black.
Japan black is what they called it.
Man, this is how long you've owned it? 3 years, you said?
It's about 3 years.
And you've gone through every part of this car, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And you've done it yourself?
Everything but the interior and the top.
Wow.
I wouldn't know where to begin doing the interior.
Well, this is very cool, Neil. I'm glad you brought it out for us to check out.
Well, it's my pleasure.
So, Pat, you said that this thing's been in the family since 1940?
Yeah, that's right. My dad bought it in 1940.
So he was probably the second owner?
Yes.
What year is the car itself?
It's a 29 Chrysler Imperial L80 Roadster.
Now tell me the story behind him going off to the service.
Well, he bought it like around 1940 probably, and a couple of years later he joined the Army Air Corps Cadets for pilot training, went off to war. Basically he put it in a barn up in Minnesota, and when he passed away in 95, I went out and retrieved it and started the restoration process, which took about 8 years.
That is so cool. Now, you did the work yourself?
I did some of the work. I did what I could. I stripped it down to the frame, restored the frame, and then I let the pros take over on the engine assembly and mechanical part of it.
Your father didn't have any plans on doing this before he passed away, huh?
He tried. He unfortunately, he was diagnosed with cancer in the last 5 years of his life, so he wasn't able. He told me he wanted me to have it.
And you know what? You restored it. You did him a favor. You kept it in the family. What he wanted to do, you did for him, and that is awesome.
And by the way, his name was Ford Anderson, but he was a Dodge man.
Very good. Thank you so much for such a great story. I really appreciate it,
You
Pat.
bet.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I just got done checking into the Plains Hotel, an historical landmark here in Cheyenne. It's 110 years old now. We'll be right back. Thank you very much. So this is the room key. Appreciate it. It's time for the Lokar Lowdown with Jeffrey Walls.
For you guys out there who have worn out your steering wheel or have seen them crack like this in your straight rod or muscle car, Lokar now offers a wide variety of steering wheels and hubs to fit your application. We've got full leather stitched, hand stitched in the USA wheels for you in a variety of colors, and hubs to fit every application, whether that's your Yugo or Bronco, Impala, whatever it is, standard GM columns, Flaming River, and I Did It aftermarket columns. We've got what you need. We have a variety of different styles and everything from custom leather wraps that you can request by giving us a call or pick out one of our standard ones online or one of our dealers. Check us out at lokar.com today.
It started 99 years ago in Atlanta, Georgia. The Greeks came in and brought Hellenism to America, democracy, search for truth, all those good things. They built this organization about education and helping people in your community. So in the 20s, the Ahepans came up here, the Greeks came up here and opened up churches, but also worked in the community to help grow their idea about democracy. And it's an educational organization. We are philanthropically, we gave $2.5 million this past year for high school seniors to go to college nationwide. We just had our national convention in Athens, Greece. HEPA is a strong organization that believes in giving back to the community, and that's what we're doing here today with this event. We have.
Last year we did 3, and we were able to give 13,000 apiece.
Wow.
And this year we have 5 local charities, and we're hoping to increase our donation. We've gotten a great response from the local community and people who are happy to show off their beautiful cars and improve the community along the way. Every penny goes to charity.
The cars are the stars. We're going to have some beautiful classic cars from all over the Front Range. People are coming from Colorado and Nebraska and other parts of Wyoming other than just Cheyenne. But the real purpose of this is to raise money for our local charities.
That is so cool.
Yeah, and that's really what this is all about.
You guys are going to surpass last year's donation?
Oh yes, no question about it. And mainly because of our sponsors and our underwriters. So our sources of income is we've got some major underwriters that have really stepped up. We've got some sponsors, a lot of sponsors. And then of course we have our event ticket sales that sell for $100 a piece. And then the people that register their classic cars, that brings in income as well. And then we're also raffling off a brand new motorcycle. That was donated to us by a local motorcycle.
That's going to make someone really happy.
So all that money really adds up, and we're blessed in that all of our expenses are basically covered by our sponsors and underwriters. So every ticket we sell goes to the charities.
Okay, Justin, what year is your Mustang?
It's actually a 65.
65,
Yep.
Wow. And how long have you owned it?
For about 8 years.
8 years. Was it restored or did you do all the work to this?
No, we did all the work. Actually, my dad is the mastermind of this whole concoction. Yes.
That's pretty cool. How long did it take you guys to restore that?
He told me about 6 years, and it took him 6 months.
And you did all the work yourself?
Yeah.
That is awesome, dude. Absolutely. And so this is a GT350 tribute car?
Yes, so it's actually a 65, but we turned it to look like the 66 GTH, so it would match his car.
Right, so tell me about this one. This is, you said, the 50th anniversary of that
50th
car?
anniversary, yeah, it's 2016. They made 171 of them, and this is number 142.
And it's the Hertz car, and so it's been signed by who on the dashboard?
Aaron Shelby, who is Carol's grandson,
Right.
and Gary Patterson, who's the president of Shelby.
That is so cool. So everything on this car, as you see it, came from the factory like that, with the carbon side skirt accents and all that.
Yep, carbon fiber front splitter.
And I'm sure is it automatic or does it have a hurt shifter?
Automatic.
Automatic. Have you done anything to the engine or is it stock?
It's got a cold air intake on it that's Ford Performance.
Well, this thing can make a lot of horsepower.
I'm
With
telling
a
you what,
tune, I
it'll
put 40 to the wheels on this thing.
Yeah, it'll get up and go.
It's such a nice story to have a father and son over here with your tribute car and this car looking exactly the same.
Yep.
This is cool. When I came up to you guys and talked to you, and I was looking at this car, you're like, well, that's a tribute, well, it's the 50th anniversary of this car. And I'm like, wow, that is so cool, you know? No backseat in this one.
Nope.
Now, this originally would have come with a backseat, right?
Well, it does. It flips up. It does have a back seat.
I did not know that.
It's a 2+2, so it folds down.
That's so cool. You guys never plan on selling it, right?
No.
Good. You're gonna keep it for a long time.
Oh yeah. Yep.
This is beautiful. Thank you so much, guys, for letting us check out your car. I really
you bet.
appreciate it, Dean. Thank
bet.
you a lot, Justin.
Yeah,
Thank
have a
you.
good one.
Thank you. You too.
All right.
We'll be right back. And that's exactly what they would do. They would come off the train and head down to the Capitol. Welcome back. I'm here with Vince bought a Ford. I bought a Ford too. And he's basically the coordinator of the show, the media liaison. This is gonna be awesome. Tell me about the show.
This show is different than a lot of different shows. It's kind of like an automotive gala. It's a fundraiser. We're raising funds for local charities, 5 of them. And the show is just getting a little bit bigger and a little bit nicer. We have great cars. It's very local, very Cheyenne, and we're just trying to celebrate the automotive lifestyle here in this region, the Rocky Mountain region. And we love cars and we love Cheyenne. We love the community. We want to help the charities that we have here. So Wings Over the West is today. Today is September 11th, 20th anniversary of 9/11. So to celebrate first responders and remember the event, that air show is happening today in Cheyenne. And it's just magnificent with lots of vintage warbirds. So there's plenty of things happening in Cheyenne, not just this weekend, but every weekend through the season. So and I'm glad you're here. So
That's
thank you.
so awesome. I'm glad we're here too, and I can't wait to come back every year.
Awesome.
So Nick, this is cool. You said that Kawasaki built a similar model for the Top Gun movie, the first one?
It did. So the original one was black and red. This is an 86, so it's red, white, and blue.
Right.
So it's pretty appropriate for
Yeah.
the colors. But yeah, GPZ 900R, also known as the Ninja 900. That was the perfect Ninja going up the runway with
Yeah.
Tom Cruise on it.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's it. We've got the new Kawasaki H2 Carbon and H2R that are going to be used in, I believe now, the 2022 release. So this is as groundbreaking as that bike was back in the day. It's so cool.
Now tell me about this
All
bike.
right, so this bike, W800 Cafe, it took all the Kawasaki's heritage from the W2S and all their pride, and they put it in this bike. 800cc parallel twin, 360-degree crank, so you get that shake that the old British bikes had.
Yes.
Just a lovely, lovely machine, and whoever wins this today is going to have a blast.
Absolutely. This is so cool. I would love to win this and ride it home for
You bought
sure.
a ticket, right?
Yes, I
Okay,
did.
good.
Yes, I did. Who wouldn't? Man, this is beautiful. And so nice of you guys to give it away, you know?
This
and all
is
for a good cause.
5 good causes. This is an amazing community. All of us are so proud to be part of it.
Filled
This
with
is what helps
amazing
it.
people, and happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So Tim, you said that this was on your ranch. Right?
Yes, Sam. Back in the 70s, my dad and my uncle bought it to use at our sheep and cattle ranch.
So how many owners before your dad and uncle bought it?
Just one.
Just one.
Yes.
That is so cool. Now this is a real deal old school power wagon.
Yes, sir.
The one you hear about that's so strong and does so many cool things like this winch and the PTO in the back that's a leather belt to run whatever accessories you want, like a tractor.
Anything you want to power.
So
it has
cool.
a 9N output, which is much like the tractor implements.
Right. And who painted it?
My son did the paint and body of it.
He did an awesome job.
Thank
now
you.
Tell me the story about when he got hit.
Well, so my cousin, back in the 80s, was driving it out to the ranch, and unfortunately a wife was looking for her husband, and he was at one of the local watering holes. And she found him, and he got in his truck and took off, and she came after him. And my cousin unfortunately got in between them and got T-boned by this station wagon.
Right.
And it pushed the engine into the front seat of the car. Nobody was harmed. The highway patrol showed up, took a pry bar, pried the power wagon off, and it took off back to the ranch.
And we were fortunate enough to come across this all really original Power Wagon with everything on it that still works today. This is so cool. Thank you so much, Tim, for bringing it out.
Thanks for coming out here.
Appreciate it. Thank
we
you.
appreciate having you.
Awesome diamond plate. One day you can do it too. We'll be right back with more of the Lokar Car Show. I'm here with Sam Runyon. He is with Charles Schwab, and they are the presenting sponsor of Cars, Cigars, and Guitars Under the Stars. Now, tell us about the charity. You've actually added to the charities to this event, correct?
I have. This is the second year of the charity event. Last year, they had a fantastic turnout despite COVID, raised $15,000 for 3 separate charities. Hoping for it to be a lot bigger this year. They've added 2 additional charities, so hoping to support 5 charities this year.
Well, from the turnout I see out there, I think you're going to have no problem doing that. This is a nice show. Everybody's so cool out there. The weather has been absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much, Sam, for being the presenting sponsor and doing what you do. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Now, the cars being the stars, there's a real star behind us, right?
Yes, there is.
Tell me about this Cadillac.
Well, that's a 1957 Cadillac Eldorado Brougham. And they only made 400 of them. Actually, it was the purpose was 1 per dealer at that time in 1957.
Wow.
But it's a real rare car. A new Cadillac was $3,000, $3,200. A lot of money back then. The Eldorado Baritz convertible, which we have one out in the pasture here, was $7,900.
Wow.
This car was $13,900.
And this is back in 57.
In 1957.
Now, this car has a stainless steel roof and suicide doors from the factory.
Oh, yes.
And normally Eldorados would be a coupe car.
They had the 2-door coupes, but at that time they had this Eldorado Brougham, which was a 4-door hardtop. And as you said, it's got suicide doors. It opened this way. It's got the stainless steel top. It came with mouton carpeting.
And airbags.
And airbags.
Now, tell us about the mouton carpeting.
The mouton carpeting is lamb's wool.
Wow.
Right? And of course, leather interior, power windows, power everything, front and rear air conditioning. Everything was standard on the car. Cadillac was trying to make a statement back in 1957 because Packard and Lincoln, they was very competitive at that time.
Well, Del, we finally made it. We finally got to the point where this guy is worth a lot of money.
Oh, am I glad to hear that. I've owned it all these years thinking I would never make any money on it. Maybe I might break even on it.
And
what
this
can
thing's
I
only
say?
got 9,000 miles?
95.75.
Let me tell you, all the options are here. White leather interior, you got the tonneau cover, you got the front bra. It's an LX 5.0, so it's the lighter, faster version. This is an iconic car. How long have you owned it?
I bought it in 1993. It had 4,000 miles on it when I bought it.
Really? What have you been doing with it since? You've only put 5,000 miles on it.
Well, it sits in my car in the heated garage with a trickle charger on it and a blanket over it.
There you go. Now, you said there were 2 kids married in this.
2 kids married in this car, yeah.
Was it your kids or grandkids?
My daughter.
Oh, that's so cool. So what do you plan on doing with it? You're just going to keep keeping it in the family
I'm going to just
and drive
keep it in
it?
the family. It's part of the family. It really is. Well, I have 5 kids and all the boys want it, so.
Now, you said everything's original on this car except for the battery, the oil, and the tires.
That's correct.
Everything else under the hood. You even have the cover for the distributor.
Yes.
That is rare to find on a 5.0. Being a convertible with the white top.
White top.
White interior.
The white top looks just like the interior. It's perfect white.
Absolutely beautiful. This is an absolute pleasure.
Well,
I want to thank you so much for bringing it out.
Well,
Let us check it out, Del.
Thanks for this.
Cars, cigars, guitars, under the stars. What a great show for a great cause, and the people there were absolutely impeccable. I loved it.
I'm glad you had a good time. It is a big event for Cheyenne.
Absolutely. So many big events go on here. You guys started the Super Cruise, but now it's become a weekly charitable, profitable event.
You know,
Tell us about
it
that.
actually happened organically. I think with COVID, everybody's stuck in their houses, so they're missing their friends, they're missing getting out.
Yeah.
And so they're like, well, let's bring our cars and just cruise downtown like we did when we were in high school. And so it started and it became a huge hit. I mean, you see people with fires and, they're out there, and they're checking all these cool cars. And then what really great thing happened was they said, well, let's raise money for charities. So every week now, a charity gets the funds from it. People stop by, they drop money in. It happened organically, and it's become a staple of our summer.
That's a wrap here in Cheyenne, Wyoming from the Cars, Cigars, Guitars, Under the Stars Car Show, where all the proceeds go to local charities. I had an awesome time mingling with all the local peoples, checking out the city of Cheyenne and meeting Mayor Collins. You guys need to come check out Cheyenne as well.